Ramon Ray, publisher of zoneofgenius.com. We have an amazing episode for you today, as I hope we surely have every single day on the rundown with Ramon. And today we're going to talk about a few things. One, interestingly enough, you may have heard, and I don't know how to pronounce this. If you know how to pronounce this name, can you please let me know? Because I should know how to pronounce this name. But the Louvre was robbed. And interesting what the company that provided the ladder, or that the thieves bought the ladder, got the ladder, as it were, Louvre, what they did about it. So interesting. I want you to check that out and look that up. Number two, we're going to talk today about how companies are using AI in a new way that you don't think, or it could be an old way, but I'm going to continue to beat this AI drum until it becomes ubiquitous and all are using it naturally, just like we've used the internet. Advice from Seth Godin. He talks about beyond the checkbox mindset, and we'll close featuring for you today one of a recent talk that I gave for the Manhattan Chamber of Commerce, and hope that little nugget is inspiring for you. Again, my name is Ramon Ray. Welcome. Thanks for being here. And I want you to remember this. When you go home at night, you lock the doors of your house. Click, click. You lock the doors of your house. When you leave your car, you park your car, you lock your car. Boop, boop. But is your small business secure? This is the question of the day. Reminding you to check out my friends at Bitdefender, bitdefender.com/Ramon, Bitdefender's ultimate small business security. Just go there and check it out. Just go there and see the insights, see the knowledge, see the nuggets. Bitdefender.com/Ramon. And I want you to check out this little 39-second ad from our friends at Bitdefender and see what they can do for you.
It starts with something small. An email, a phone call, a fake invoice. It looks real. It sounds urgent. One wrong move, and your business pays the price. Small businesses are easy targets for cyber criminals. With Bitdefender, they lose every time. Enjoy unstoppable security and real peace of mind so you can fight for success, not against cyber threats. Real-time protection, zero stress. Get Bitdefender today.
Hey, so yesterday I was at an event hosted by the Manhattan Chamber of Commerce. And I've been at hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of events. Of course, this is one thing I do. I speak at events, hosting events or keynote speaking, or a mixture of the two. And what is always interesting about this event, this was a supplier diversity expo and conference where people who want to work with the government, whether the city government, the state government, the federal government, or people who want to work with organizations, where they were there to learn how they can do that, to work with corporations or how they can work with the government. Very interesting, the knowledge. And one thing was about getting certified in a variety of certifications, either as a minority, as a woman, as a veteran, however you're going to be certified for wherever you identify as. And the certifications are very stringent and very serious certifications. But there was interesting to hear some of the knowledge that you just don't get from AI because you can't know what even to ask. Interesting hearing the insights that were being shared. Because what it is that oftentimes the thing that is blocking you is not the thing that you think is blocking you. What's often blocking you is what you don't know is blocking you. And this is one thing I said at this event, is I encouraged everybody there to stop playing checkers while everybody else is playing chess. This is what I shared. This is the name of the game. To succeed as an entrepreneur, there are so many things that are going on that you can't control. So many things going on that are just so difficult for you to control. You got the markets, you got taxes, you got external forces, you got your family. You got competition, you got employees who may steal from you and you didn't know it, whatever it may be, other things that are beyond your control, but you still have to deal with. But one thing we can do, one thing you can commit to doing is to play the game and know the art of business. This is one thing we all can do, we all should do. So I said something today, and what I said is, I'll tell you what I said. I said I encourage the entrepreneurs gathered to stop playing checkers and instead play chess. And I got this from my mentor, from my business coach, Lamar Tyler. And I wanted to play this quick 7-second video just to resonate that in your mind today as you wake up today, as you go throughout your day, to encourage you. What game are you playing? Are you even playing the right game? So listen close because it's going to go by fast. Check this out.
Spend so much time playing checkers when the world is playing chess.
And play that for you one more time.
spend so much time playing checkers when the world is playing chess.
So I wanted just to that to resonate with you today, to encourage you today. Understand one, what game are you playing? Understand who's playing the game with you. Understand what are the rules of the game, and understand really what's your goal. Understand what's your goal. Where are you trying to go? What are you trying to get to? What is your best skill set? That's what I want you to understand today. Ding, 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 ding. Moving forward. Okay, so most of you have heard by now that the Louvre, and again, I hope somebody tells me how to pronounce that word. I should know, but I didn't look it up. That the Louvre was robbed of its crown jewels. Millions of dollars worth of jewelry were stolen, and the thieves, by the way, were caught. So it was stolen with a special truck. You can look it up, that has a telescoping ladder, kind of like a firefighter's ladder, but a telescoping ladder that goes like this, and then it goes up a track, and you can go to a building and bring in furniture and work better in high-rise buildings. And the thieves had a truck like that. So what did the owners of this company do? Seems like a small company where there's an entrepreneur who made a little video, and he said, "Hey, listen, this is our truck. Thieves used it to steal jewels. You could use it to kind of do better in your business too." So here's the nugget of that. You can take lemonade, or rather, you can take lemons and make lemonade. You got to be a little sensitive, a little careful. But it seems like this owner here, the brazen daylight robbery, and it's called, they turned into a marketing opportunity for Bacher. Bacher is the German maker of cranes and elevators whose product was used in the heist. So the point being is that it's a husband and wife team, used this opportunity to get more publicity for his business. Thieves stole crown jewels, and I think it was the Louvre in France and Paris. I think I'm pronouncing it right. And he said, "Hey, they used my truck to do evil, but I can still use this ad, use the image of this truck and in front of the Louvre, and I can use it as a marketing ploy. And guess what? It's working." He got a lot of attention, and it seems like most people took it in good taste. So as you're thinking of things happening in your business, man, what could you do to make sure you're aware of opportunities that are happening in the market, opportunities that are happening around you? And most of the time you have to do newsjacking. It's not directly impacting your business. This directly impacted his business, but very astute. He said, "Hey, let me not let this opportunity go to waste." Welcome to a brand new edition of the Rundown with Ramon, and we are welcoming Glenn Lundy. Thank you, Glenn, for being here today, man. Good to have you here. My coach, my mentor, a man who's taught me all about personal development. Didn't know about it 5 years ago, but I've heard the voice of Glenn Lundy for a number of years now, and he's taught me so much about the world of, I'll call it, personal development. And definitely check out his show, 5:30 a.m., the Rise and Grind Morning Show with Glenn Lundy, the best show on the internet. Daniel Berger, glad you're here. Daniel, thanks for being here on the Rundown with Ramon. Appreciate you so much. Glad you're here today. And again, honor to Glenn Lundy, who's here as well. Amazing, amazing human he is with his 800% Club. And of course, founding Breakfast with Champions, a community that I'm still in from time to time. So Glenn, thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Daniel, for being here. Ding, 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 ding. Next up, how are companies using AI? A new survey has answers. No, this is not going to be your regular, "Oh, Ramon, we know how they're using AI." But I think since AI is still in its infancy for most of us, I was interested to know, what does this survey say? How are companies using AI? It's one of the fundamental questions about generative AI. Can companies put it to good use? If there was any doubt about corporate leaders' comfort with AI, the report indicates that doubt is no longer a factor. 82% of the executives say they personally use generative AI once a week, and 46% now use it daily. In 2023, the first year of the survey, fewer than 37% said they used it once a week. In 2023, fewer than 37% said they used it once a week. But now they're using it. 82% of the executives say they personally use generative AI once a week. And I bet it's rising for those who maybe not the highest executives, and or soon. And even now, AI is quickly being embedded into many of the products we normally use, so you don't even know you're using AI. The survey also finds 72% of executives say their companies formally measure their return on investment from generative AI, and roughly 3 in 4 say they see positive returns. A few other things the report says: there's an enthusiasm gap. Leaders probably have the bigger overview of what is going on in the organization. On the other hand, people who are a little below that level, they might feel a bit squished between bottom up and top down pressure. Another question asked, could it also be that sometimes the senior leaders are more about the vision, but it's up to the lower level managers to carry out the mission? It could be that people who are at the top tend to be thinking about longer term. The Wall Street Journal asks, so much of the conversation around AI revolves around whether it will replace jobs or enhance existing jobs. Question is, what was the prevailing sentiment on that in your study? We tapped into that kind of question in a bunch of different sections of the report and found this out. This year, we see no change. About 90% believe AI will complement employee skills. So I'm not going to go on and on and on with this. You can look at this report yourself. I just published it on zoneofgenius.com. If it's not, we will publish it soon. Remember, go to zoneofgenius.com, sign up for our email newsletter. Do not miss out. Kimberly Wyckoff is here. Trisha Rue is here. Scott Simons is here. Wow, wow, wow. The party has started. Thanks for being here on the Rundown with Ramon, Scott, and Trisha, and Kimberly. And, of course, Glenn is here, and Daniel. 7:30 a.m., Monday through Friday, especially when I'm not traveling. Join us here on the Rundown with Ramon. This show is carried on hundreds of episodes on USA Today. I'm in discussions now on bringing the Rundown with Ramon show to even a bigger platform of entrepreneurship, and I'm excited about that. But thanks for being here. What we want to do is give you a little burst of insight, 15 to 30 minutes for your day, so you can know, hey, what are some of the top things I may want to think about today, build a better business, or live a better life. Seth Godin, one of my favorite humans, he has a subject he talks about, ding, 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 beyond the checkbox mindset. And I want to touch on this. Seth Godin says, so many bits of information are flying around, emails to us, articles, posts, videos, updates, memos, meetings, and books. Seth Godin says the most common and apparently efficient approach is to quickly look over the new information. If it confirms what you already know, check it off. If it contradicts what you believe, find a reason to ignore it. The alternative is to take new information and try it on for size. Have it change your mind. Imagine what happens if the information is actually true and useful, not a checkbox. Confirmation, but actually a new way to see things. You can always switch back later. Ooh, that's good. Let me recap that nugget. The most common and efficient approach is to quickly look over the new information, he says. And if it confirms what you already know, check it off. Great. But if it contradicts what you believe, find a reason to ignore it. So what Seth Godin is saying, instead of doing that, take the new information, try it on, see if it might help you, see if it can be for you, see if it is good for you. Maybe consider having it change your mind. And if not, then ignore it. And in fact, Glenn Lundy has taught us this. Have an open mind, research things. Don't just reject things because you were taught that. Don't just reject things because you don't want to believe it. Maybe it's the right thing to believe. Maybe it's not, but you won't know unless you authentically try it on. And this goes back to the rubric I shared earlier, the importance of let's play chess and not play checkers. I know Scott Simons is the man who plays chess, not checkers. Glenn Lundy, chess, not checkers. Daniel, chess, not checkers. Kimberly, chess, not checkers. Trisha, chess, not checkers. Beyond the checkbox mindsets, and I want to play the 7-second video to recap that today for those who didn't see it, those who didn't hear it. I want to enforce this in your mind.
Spend so much time playing checkers when the world is playing chess. And
powerful point there. What did Ramon Ray say? We spend so much time playing checkers when the world is playing chess. Everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is a brand new addition to the Rundown with Ramon. Brand new episode giving you the best insight you can for your day to start your day off. Whether you're hearing this on demand, it's amazing how so many people are watching the Rundown with Ramon on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, the clips we're putting on YouTube, and more. Thank you so much, Trisha Rue. And my point to you today, Bella, good morning, glad to have you here, is to remind you this important aspect, which I got from Lamar Tyler. If you know Lamar Tyler, tag him for me. We need to learn to play a different game. We need to learn to play a different game, or play the game. If you're playing the right game, then play it smarter, play it better, play it more right. Because you can't keep going on the way you're going and expect to win. I'm seeing that myself as I think, where am I going in 2026? I've been in a slow period. I've been in a slump trying to figure out who I am, who I serve, what I want to do, what I do best. That's a fact, people. You see me here smiling and do what I got to do and doing my social posts. That hasn't stopped. But things have slowed down for me. I'm not working at the highest level I want or I can. And I'm figuring out who I am. 2026 is coming. I am already making plans on that. And I'll tell you what my game plan is. One, I will continue to be a motivational keynote speaker. By God's grace, the best in the world. Say my clients. Number two, producing amazing content for entrepreneurs. That I'll continue to do. And right now, that vehicle is zoneofgenius.com and more around it. And number three, leveraging partnerships with other people. I was just at an amazing event just a few days ago with Paulina Lopez, Business of We, inspiring her audience. Partner with other people around the country, around the world, and being on their stages, adding value to their stages, and seeing how we can monetize and grow together. That's Ramon's playbook. If you know an event where I can speak at, if you know an event that wants Ramon to keynote and be a speaker that will inspire and ignite an audience, let me know. Email me, ramon@ramonray.com. If you have suggestions for me, ways we can work together, ways I can add value to your world and help you, definitely I encourage you to let me know. Because there's one thing that I do know. My name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon, reminding you, make sure your business is secure. You go home at night and lock the doors of your house, click, click. You park your car and lock your car, boop, boop. But do you make sure that your business is secure? Our friends at Bitdefender, Trisha Rue, want you to be secure. Bitdefender.com, bitdefender.com/Ramon. And don't forget, later on today, we have an episode with Claude Silver, Chief Heart Officer of VaynerX, coming up. And I can't wait to speak to her. Be blessed. Have a great day. And thanks for joining me here on today's Rundown with Ramon. All right. See you next time. See you tomorrow at 7:30.